Hi there, I'm Richard and welcome to Burning Spears. Today I'm going to be cooking a beef chop on the braai. This is going to be done for a brunch for me. Pretty simple cook, pretty quick cook, but what is a beef chop? So a beef chop is quite fashionable at the moment. Now this essentially is a ribeye on the bone. There's the bone there, and of course the rib. If this rib was longer, it would be a tomahawk steak, and if this was French trimmed with the bone removed and a bit of string around it, that would be a côte de bœuf. Now I was absolutely bewitched by this piece of meat that I saw in my butcher's yesterday when I was getting something for another video, and I just love the marbling and the look of it. So I thought, why not present the beef chop and let's get it on the braai. So really simple cook, and let's get on to the ingredients. Alright, so I'm going to make a quick seasoning for it. Now I'm not in my studio today, I'm busy with some building works, so I'm cooking outside. So using this table, hopefully it doesn't wobble more than me, otherwise you might get seasick watching this. And I'm going to go equal parts freshly ground black pepper, kosher salt, freshly roasted coriander, and some dried chili. Okay, so the fire for the beef chop, I'm going to want to have a medium zone just to get the cooking process carrying out without burning, and then I'm going to have a hot zone for the sear and the Maillard reaction to get a nice crust, etc., etc. Okay, so my medium zone is medium hot, but that's fine for the beginning, and then this will catch in an instant. Okay, so I've done about 2 minutes each side just to start the cooking process. Then I get onto some flame. So cooking on direct flame, you want to flip constantly and move. You don't want to overchar the steak, get a bitter taste, especially on fat. It's fine that the spices burn off, but you don't want to blacken this fat, certainly too much. Keeping the fat away from the main part of the flame also helps let the bone take the brunt. That fire's so hot, good thing I got my donkey long tongue. So typically the good thing about having 2 zones of heat is you can work things better, you can control your heat, which is of course the benefits of a braai like this. So you can see it's curling up nice, just like a lamb choppy. Now I want to temp it It's pretty much there. 45 degrees internal. I'm going to be aiming for 50 at the center after resting. So I'm just going to give it a little kiss of heat and take it off. What I want to do is I want to release this curl so it doesn't squeeze out too much moisture. If you don't have a tray like this, you should get one. I use them all the time, and what they do is they allow, when you're resting steaks and stuff, they allow air to move underneath, so you're not on a board with that moisture trapping and ruining that crust to a certain extent. This is looking just beautiful. We'll give it a good rest and then get it in my belly. Right, so these are my homegrown white mealies or white maize. In the UK we don't get white maize at all. So my first chomp on my crop along the side of the steak, the beef chop, and I'm just giving them a nice liberal coating of garlic butter, and I'll season them with a bit of bay season, which I haven't tried before actually. Okay, so I've rested it. I'm going to slice the bone off. It's got some great stuff on to chew on. That looks good to me. Right, let's taste. Looks beautiful. Meat cooked on the bone is always way better. That's delicious. I'm sure you can see the results on the screen. Very happy with that. Want to try a couple of other different little muscle groups. So I hope you enjoyed that. Cheers, guys. I'm going to eat a bit more of this beautiful steak and then get ready for picanha cook, which will be a video that I'll release later. So thanks for watching. I hope you're still there, and I hope you found this a little bit insightful and entertaining. Apart from that, that's it.